We have a very special guest alert because on today's show, we have Chargers star linebacker Daiyan Henley, who was awesome, talking about his breakout season and what's to come for the Chargers. Maybe a little free agency sales pitch out there. And truly, it might be the best player interview we've ever done.
You are Locked On Chargers, your daily podcast on the Los Angeles Chargers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What is up, and welcome into the Locked On Chargers podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Wade, joined as always by my co-host, David Drogemeyer, and we've been covering the Chargers now for 9 seasons together, but this is our 7th year as the host of the Locked On Chargers podcast, bringing you your team every day. Thank you to the everydayers out there for making us your first listen, and to make sure you never miss gigantic interviews like the one we have on today's show, go subscribe or follow for free on the Locked On Chargers YouTube channel and listen wherever you get your podcast from. David, what a banger. Daiyan was awesome.
Man, that's so much fun. Like these are the pinch me moments in this business, to be able to cover our favorite team and to be able to talk to our favorite players. And Daiyan Henley is definitely one of our favorite players. And this right here is probably our favorite and best interview that we've ever done. And I can't wait to share it with all of you.
Yeah, Daiyan was great talking about just his breakout season and what it was like having to wait and be ready for that opportunity, but also the Brandon Staley birthday controversy. We have a couple of free agency pitches, and we know that he is out there trying to recruit for this team, and I don't think there's anyone better who his Power Rangers Megazord combinations of players would be. Maybe a Myles Garrett, maybe a DK Metcalf. Who knows? But today's episode is brought to you by PrizePicks. Go to prizepicks.com/LockedOnNFL and use the code all lowercase LockedOnNFL to win $50 instantly when you play $5. Here he is, the Ranger himself, Daiyan Henley. 2 separate weeks, 2 recurring guests, because on today's show we have another very special guest. We are bringing on the Ranger himself, Daiyan Henley, who had, in my opinion, a Pro Bowl All-Pro type of season in his first season starting, and we're lucky enough to have him bless us with some time today. Daiyan, thank you for coming on the show, man. I'm glad I get to be here for this one.
I mean, thank you guys for having me. When David reached out, I was like, it's a no-brainer. I've tuned into you guys' podcasts multiple times, and it's nothing but positivity. I look to entertain people who are obviously for the Chargers and progressive, and not always bashing the guys when something is negative, and you guys are obviously far from that. So I'm just appreciative of you guys having me on.
Hey, thanks for saying that, man. We really appreciate that. But it's very fun to have people like you on. I mean, Tony Jefferson we had last week, who was just, what a story for a dude who took a year off and came back. But you're in a little bit of a different situation because you barely got to play at all in 2023, even though we were here pounding the table for it. We wanted to see it. I think it was 10 tackles and 50 snaps that you got, and we were like, that's enough for me. I'm fully sold. Daiyan Henley,
I've seen it.
Breakout season in 2024. Yeah. And I mean, you hit the ground running, man. It didn't take long at all, and you waited your turn. You had the patience to sit there and stay ready for your opportunity. And when that opportunity came, you were ready to grasp it, right? And I think I just wanted to know what it felt like to, after having to wait a year, to finally be able to get that starting spot in 2024 and go show people at least a little bit of what you're capable of doing.
I mean, the feeling, just to answer the question, the feeling of like what it felt to get on the field after waiting that time. I mean, anytime I'm waiting for football, for me, something that's been my life, is always like anticipation. It's kind of a little agonizing when you're not where you want to be. Obviously, I'm in the NFL. And something I was telling my family and friends during my time last year is like, I didn't come to the NFL to just, be a normal guy, because there's a lot of that around. A lot of people make it to the NFL and they instantly become complacent. And that's where I'm like running away from complacency every day, trying to be better, trying to get to a point to where I'm like, I want this type of success and so forth and so forth. But last year, just having to sit and wait and watch, I was, a little hurt, but it was also like I'm learning in the meantime. I got Eric Kendricks in front of me. He is like a proven vet, no matter where he's been, he's a proven vet. Even this last season he just had with the Cowboys, it was pretty good. If you go look at the statistics in K9, just a guy who was trying to fight and prove himself, and something that he's trying to do throughout his years in the NFL. Like, so I got to watch some guys play ball, but I always just wanted more, just wanted my shot, my chance. And whenever I touch the field, you guys talk about the 10 tackles, and whenever I touch the field, I'm like, make a play, do your job right, and make the play that comes to you. And I can say I missed no tackles from the time I was on the field. Every time I touched the field last year, and I like just to be able to continue that is amazing.
Yes, sir. And it was really cool to see what you were able to do this year. But one of the parts of your game that really stood out this season was your ability in coverage. You finally notched that first interception late in the year, and you led all linebackers in pass breakups. You and Derwin definitely teamed up to put the straps on tight ends all season long.
Yeah.
Do you think that your history as a former wide receiver gives you an advantage in the passing game when it comes to your ball skills and route recognition?
I mean, David, I still got it. Yeah, I mean, you seen the hands? You seen the? I still got it. I'm not. I don't. I talked to Sanjay. I say, Sanjay Loud, man. I know you love DK, but dog, man, I got my name started with a D too, bro. I'm sorry. I'm you know what I'm saying? Just throw me over there and give me some tips. But like the reality of it all is like it does help a little bit. I even try in my offseason to run routes because you kind of want to get the feeling of what the breaks is going to look like. And obviously I'm a linebacker, so my routes are intermediate routes, like shorter routes. So I have to be quicker than the normal corner who's going to have these hitches and goes. Like I won't see a hitch go. I'll see it out and up, but if I can get to the hip fast enough, I'll be on it. Example, Travis Kelce gave me an out and up when I played him the second time, and I was all over it. So I would definitely say just having that like history, being a receiver definitely helps, but also being a DB and seeing it from both sides of the ball, it helps a lot. And I think like the number one thing for a linebacker in coverage is confidence. Like you have to go on that field knowing like I can cover anybody. You probably can't. I'm not opposed to saying I'm there's some mismatches that happen, but at the end of the day, you have to say to yourself before the play start, you can cover anybody and just apply it to the field and go out there and dominate, execute.
Yeah, and Dayon's out here looking for a red zone package, right? He's like, hey, let me get in the backfield. Let me run that halfback angle pass, right? Like, and just I'll be in there, and there's no linebacker that can stay with me.
Look, I love this guy, right? Before I say this, I love him. My red-headed devil. I love Scott Matlock. You don't think what I could do with the ball in my hands? Mind you, I'm like, I already told my coach. I said, whenever I touch the ball, I'm going to score. So I let him down with the Raiders pick because I got the pick, but the dude was pulling my arm down. But it was nothing but green grass. When I look at the camera, I'm like, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. I'm going to score. So we're going to just move that goalpost to the future.
Right.
And next time I touch the ball, guys, I'm scoring a touchdown.
Hey, I'll be the first to put my name on it. Daiyan Henley will score a touchdown the NFL level. Will it be, out of the backfield? Will he be a tight end? Will it be a pick six? You have to be here to find out. But one of our favorite moves that Jim Harbaugh made after he took the job was bringing in Navarro Bowman, who didn't really have a ton of history at the coaching level, especially at the NFL level. But what was that like? Obviously, you've had many different linebacker coaches, but you don't have many linebacker coaches who have 4 All-Pros under their belt, right? So to have a guy like that in the room that has been there, has played at the highest level, what do you think that did for you being coached by Navarro Bowman this year?
4 All-Pros, and he'll make sure you know it.
That's not surprising.
He'll make sure you know it. And I mean, I can't help but appreciate the guy because it's just watching him and his love for the game unfold in front of my eyes as a coach, which is different because this is his first time being a coach, and this is like my first time having a linebacker a linebacker coach who was a linebacker at such an elite level at that. And so to be able to go on this journey with him, I talk to Bo all the time, and I dedicate most of my performances to him. He would say that most of my good performances are dedicated to him because why would he claim the bad ones, huh? Why would he claim the bad ones? But no, real talk, when I'm out there on that field, I'm like, I'm playing for my coach right now because I want to show like what he's the information he's feeding me, the know-how, the knowledge is being well used, and I hope that's what he's seen on the field. And I'm pretty sure that's what you guys seen on the field. That was the type of connection we had, and it's kind of how he coaches all of us. Like it's not even just dedicated specific to me, but we got our moments. Junior has his moments. Denzel Perryman has his moments. He's just one heck of a guy and even a better coach.
We have more great stuff to get into with Daiyan Henley, including his expectations for Junior Colson and what he likes about his game going into 2025, and also the new culture that Jim Harbaugh is building after we know how it ended with Brandon Staley not telling Daiyan Henley happy birthday, and more in today's Locked On Chargers podcast. First, I need to tell you guys about Game Time, because if you're looking for tickets to your next big event, there's only one place to go, and it's Game Time. Whether it's a concert, comedy show, or a sports game, finding the right ticket at the right price can be a headache, but with Game Time Picks, it's never been easier, and let me tell you how it works, because with Game Time Picks, the app does all the hard work for you. It curates the best deals, so you don't have to waste time searching through endless ticket listings. David got a playoff ticket to the Houston game this year. I've seen a lot of big sporting events with Game Time, because I always go there first. And why? Because they're the best place to go. Because you can also get the Game Time discount with that, or the Game Time guarantee, I should say, because if you find a better deal somewhere else, they'll refund you 110% of the difference. Who else is doing that? Plus, your tickets are guaranteed to be delivered on time with easy cancellation options if something comes up. They make it easy for you. So get ready to make your next event even better. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code LOCKEDONNFL for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. But again, that's code LOCKEDONNFL for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Speaking of sharing the field with Junior, I mean, we know that, you got a chance to do that this year. And, and unfortunately for Junior, he kind of started behind the 8 ball with the injuries he suffered in the offseason. And he ended up having kind of an up and down year. Obviously, you're a player that took a giant leap in his second season. And Colson could be stepping into a much bigger role in this defense next year. How much do you think having a full offseason and some experience under his belt is going to help him in his second year?
I mean, that second season, I think a lot of people talk about the gaps between, a player's development. I think the first to the second season, but really the second to the third season is probably some of the biggest, where you need to make your type of edge, because that's when you're trying to, establish something. So I think this next season for Junior is going to be a great one. And I can only speak from just being on the field with him. I didn't have as much time on the field as he did this year. For last year, we talked about 50 plays, and I come right out. We're talking about he's getting full series, and he gets to see the game, and now he's also processing the game. And I feel like that right there for him gets him just that edge to go into next season with the confidence of I've been here before. And I have full belief in Junior and who he is as a guy and as a player. And I can see him making that step, dog. I mean, whether it's, just full out, he can go all pro, or his just better play than last year, I can see him doing it. And that's where I'm going to be right there next to him, making sure it happens, because what we need is a full 11 guys on the field, no matter who it is, doing their best when their best is needed.
Yeah, man, and I think Chargers fans have really kind of been through it as far as the different linebackers that have come through those doors, and looking for that duo that's going to stick around. The Junior Seau, Donnie Edwards duo from back in the day, and it just feels like this could be something like that, where it's okay, now who that duo is going to be, and they're going to be impact players in the middle of your defense, which is so important to a defense. Linebackers, similar to running backs, maybe a little underrated. Definitely a little underpaid. I'll, advocate for you there, but
yes,
it wasn't all rosy though at the end of 2023, right? Let's go back a little bit, because part of the reason that 2024 was so impressive was because of how badly kind of 2023 ended. And I mean, a lot came out after, the Chargers moving on from Brandon Staley. A lot came out of that afterwards, and that must have been a lot for you guys, right? I mean, there's people, not getting told happy birthday, things of that nature, but now. But now everything feels different.
You got to make it through, bro. Come on, let's go. Let's get there.
Now everything feels different under Jim Harbaugh. It just, the total complexion of this organization, of this team, just feels such a 360 from where you guys were at. And there's so much positive momentum going into 2025. So now that you've had him for a full season, what can you say about the new culture that you guys are building under Jim Harbaugh?
I will just say, this culture is something that has already been built. It's basically just lifted up from Michigan, or not even just Michigan, from Stanford to the 49ers to Michigan. So this is proven, you know what I'm saying? It's not something that is being built for real. This is a culture that is moving. And that's why I think people need to understand why he wins, is because when he was able to build it, he was able to just modify tweak a thing here or there, apply it to the new guys in the locker room and what's going on. But it's something that is proven. That's why it's so easy to buy into, because it's not something like, oh, all of a sudden we're doing this. All of a sudden we're doing this. No, this is what gets guys wins. And that's what got us wins this year. And just like you said, last year was a tough one. It was a doozy for me coming into the NFL. The first thing you want to do is win and go to the Super Bowl. Plus, I'm seeing guys who are doing it right now. I got teammates who I played on the Cougs with who are with the Chiefs now in the Super Bowl. Oh. So, boo to them. I hate that, but I love that for my guy. You know what I'm saying? So, but just having to experience what loss is like in NFL. I guess I would rather do that now than later and it be ongoing, rather than, just I'm losing and I'm winning and then I lose. So I want to just go ahead and get that out the way. And as far as the birthday thing go, man, it stung a little bit. But not enough to go tell people about it. I didn't have like no ill will towards a guy. I to be honest with you, I didn't really know how valuable a happy birthday was until after people blew it up way out of proportion. Like I didn't get a happy birthday from my head coach all of college football. Maybe one, but but now it's like a big thing, and then I get to Harbaugh, and it's completely different. It's a prompt. Every time you walk on the screen, you know whose birthdays it is, and I'm talking from the top to the bottom. Like it doesn't matter if you're on the team, if you're a trainer, if you're media staff. We know it's your birthday today, and if you're a player, I'm pretty sure you're getting a text message. I'm not sure if the staff is getting text messages, but you realize that it does mean something. Guys want to play for a guy who cares like that, and it's too many people to keep up with.
Yeah,
Jim, let me lay it out for you, Coach. I love you. We know these are automatic messages. Okay, we know these. we know you did not sit there and type these words to each individual for every birthday, but it's the thought that counts. Okay, and that's why I'll put that out there.
No, I'm glad you got a chance to. Yeah, well, I mean, I
make sure you enjoy your day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind.
Yeah.
It was hilarious,
we know, but we love you anyway. Like it's the fact
how many happy birthdays did you get this year? Because I think you might have gotten a record for how many happy birthdays you received from the Chargers fan base this year, maybe making up for a little bit of lost time. But I think it does go to what Tony Jefferson brought up with us last week, is just creating that culture where everyone feels accepted. So it's like Marcus May's birthday is getting shown on the screen, and he's going out there and making a pick in his first game. And all these dudes who, Elijah Molden, who doesn't tag along till week 1. And, Eddie Jackson, all these dudes who just came in and immediately fit in. And I think when you're talking about what went wrong in 2023 and what went right, it just feels like this was a much more accepting, much more unified group from the outside looking in, obviously. But, happy belated and all that. And I don't think you'll be hurting for any birthdays from the Bolt fam going forward. Go ahead, David.
Yes, sir. Yesterday, Derwin James was going a little bit viral for going on Michael Parsons' podcast and standing up for Justin Herbert and saying that he knows that he will lead you guys to something special. Outside of the building, Herbert's been getting criticized heavily by the people who just don't watch all of his games or get to see what he does every day like you do. What would your message be to the fan base who's kind of been questioning whether Herbert is the right quarterback to lead you guys to greatness?
And that's why I just mentioned that when I got on this podcast with you guys about people who are for the Chargers. Yeah. If you're a fan and you're questioning Justin Herbert, the guy who's been leading the Chargers, I mean, thus far I don't know the exact number, 1 million different head coaches, 1 million different offensive coordinators, 1 million different pieces, I guess, as far as, offensive players that have rotated in, out, been good, been not, and also has played through injury. In pretty much every season he's been a part of the Chargers. That is one of the toughest players I've been around in my football career, and I can't stress it enough. Like, how can you not root for a guy like that, who is the ultimate competitor, who goes out there every day and is the same man on and off the field because he wants something. Like he wants that Super Bowl ring. Like that is something that I know from Justin. We had games where I want to say it was the first Kansas game, and Coach Harbaugh told us well before the game, like if there is even a small wince that Justin takes a little hiccup of a step, he is out the game because he had just rolled his ankle. I wasn't maybe Pittsburgh or something like that.
Pittsburgh. He ended up leaving the game because he tried to tough it out. Yeah,
it was one of those like that. Justin was not coming off the field. Justin Herbert himself, the man that he is, he was like, I'm not coming off the field. Like, I'm going to play until I can't play no more. And then eventually it was that, you know what I'm saying? And he's a hell of a leader, man. I can say a whole bunch of more passionate words about him, because when I hear stuff like that, like dudes doubting Justin Herbert, it makes me get passionate, because I'm like, that's somebody I truly believe in. Like, we need him. And not to say anything about our backup quarterbacks, but when Justin goes down, bro, I'm on the sideline. I'm like, get up. Get up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, get up, Justin. Like, that's so I don't even want to entertain people like that. That's you know what I'm saying? That's my little dissertation on the subject. But Justin is a guy. Justin is a guy. He is a guy. He's proven. Check the stat books.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's tough for us because we see all the national media, and we're also someone who's watched every single one of his games and has seen all 22, and just see the ridiculousness that he puts on the field from week in and week out. And no matter who's around him, right? No matter what the team's going through, no matter what he's going through, he's always out there. And I mean, most weeks you're seeing special stuff you're just not going to see a lot. And I think maybe Chargers fans are a little spoiled because of how good they have had it. And don't look at some other teams who haven't had a quarterback as good as Justin Herbert in their entire franchise history, right? So
and he elevates players.
Could be a lot worse.
He makes players better. He elevates players. I look at Q
there.
from last season and this season. Like, look at him. My boy Q went and put his head down and got the work done and went and got them touchdowns he was supposed to get, and made some great catches throughout the season. You look at Ladd. Ladd, you can say he was proven in college, but college is not in the middle, as we know.
Right.
Went out there, he's a dog. Then you look at Will Disley. Disley, is this not his best season? Like,
easily,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Career highs
No, by a mile. By a mile.
So I'm like, you look at the guys, you put them around, and they get better. They elevate. And I mean, like, come on. I can go on all day about this.
We have more great stuff with Daiyan Henley coming up, including what his sales pitch is to free agents, and he is out there recruiting, let me tell you, and so much more, including his Power Rangers Megazord, maybe bring in a Myles Garrett, a DK Metcalf, a T. Higgins. We're getting into all that and more in today's Locked On Chargers podcast. First, though, I need to tell you guys about PrizePicks, because the big game is almost here, and there's no other game that's better than the big game to have PrizePicks. The only thing better than PrizePicks is playoff PrizePicks. The only thing better than playoff PrizePicks is big game PrizePicks, and it's here. And with over 10 million members and billions in winnings awarded already, PrizePicks makes it fun, and it's simple to get in on the action. It's so easy to do. All you do, pick more or less on at least 2 player projections, and if you're right, you can win up to 1,000 times your cash. Me and David both use PrizePicks. It's so fun, and PrizePicks is giving you one for the big game. All you need is Patrick Mahomes to throw 1 yard to win. That's it. That's 1 out of 2 done already. So with the other one, you go with Saquon Barkley rushing for more than 115.5 rushing yards, or a Dallas Goedert getting more than 53.5 receiving yards. You hit on 2, you win. You hit on 3, you win even more. And also check out the promos tab, because they always have a lot of great stuff, like the super sweet Millie they have going on right now. Just download the app today and use the code LOCKEDONNFL to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LOCKEDONNFL for $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, run your game. Oh, for sure. But the other kind of funny thing that Derwin James was doing when he was on Micah Parsons' podcast, The Edge, was making a little recruiting pitch, throwing out a little T. Higgins, talking about, hey, any receivers want to join up, you know where to go. But we've always said that if we could pick one recruiter for the Chargers to go out and make their case, there's one guy and one guy only we want making that pitch, and it's Daiyan Henley himself. So if you were to have to potentially, not any specific guys, but if you're trying to sell a free agent on coming to the Chargers to get in on what you guys are building here, what would that sales pitch be? Because, I mean, it's a lot easier 11-6 in a playoff win than it is with 5 wins. I think the Chargers have a pretty good pitch.
I could easily go car salesman, but I'm a very authentic guy, you know what I'm saying? And,
sure.
And when I talk about, and mind you guys, I recruit. I'm a recruiter. I know what we need and what we want, shall I say, because we can have everything. I've been dialing up some people. All right, been dialing up some guys. I've talked to 2 guys already. We've had conversation, and I will say they're both interested. One is more interested than the other, but I can't spill. I'm not a tell-all today. Not a tell-all today, but just know, guys. Just know I've been doing some work. But I would tell the guys, like I told this one specifically a couple of days ago when I talked to him, I'm like, when you look around the league, there's not many situations that are like ours right now.
Yeah, I
A
don't
new
think so.
coach who is already proven winner, who's already just came off a winning season. Like
Yeah.
this is us coming off a winning season right now. And if you're looking on both sides of the ball right now, we have basically the nucleus is built. The nucleus is built. Like when I say the nucleus, I'm talking about for the defensive side, we got DBs, we got linebackers. That's the nucleus for real right now. We're going to get the front and all that orchestrated and how that's going to be. And you look on the other side, I mean, the nucleus is the quarterback. Look at that. I don't have to say too much more. The nucleus is the quarterback. And you won't find too many guys like him who are in need of these positions. You know what I'm saying? There's a need for these positions right now. So you won't find too many elite quarterbacks, top 5 QBs in the league who need you. Like, come be a guy on defense. Come be a guy. You know what I'm saying? Come be a part of this defense that is just proven to be the name of the game is scoring touchdowns and stopping them from being scored. Number one scoring defense. Who don't want to be a part of that? Put that right there next to your name, man. Come put it next to your name. Like, and even if you've done it already, come do it again and again and again. Come share the love. I want that again. I want to go ahead and get another score title, I guess. So come on, let's build right here. Let's do it.
Not only that, but come help a franchise win a championship for the first time in their history.
Come be a statue.
Put your name on that. That right there is creating a legacy. But speaking of legacies,
be a statue.
There you go. Yes, sir. Speaking of legacies, someone who came to LA to create a new legacy. We know that you were born and raised in Los Angeles, and I know how much you love the Lakers. And somehow they found a way to trade for Luka Doncic. What was your reaction when you saw that the Lakers have found a way to find their next franchise player?
First thought, I'm like, yeah, it's fake.
Fake.
Second thought was like, second time, I'm like, I could definitely be the GM for Dallas if this is what it takes. And like, I'm like, I could definitely go ahead and go willy nilly and just throw some things out there. But I don't question the man. He may have saw something, but whatever he saw, thank you.
Oh man,
Luka is in LA, man. You can't do the Luka without L and A, and it was gonna happen. I don't know if anybody like me, but I knew it was coming. You could ask me this 4 years ago. I'd have said Luka gonna be a Laker in about 4 years. But I'm just so dang excited and can't wait to go to a Laker game. Like, it kind of makes me feel like we kind of know LeBron's time is coming to an end. Because Luka's going to be the future. And it's not because LeBron is, not good anymore, but it's kind of like, we got to replace a star with a star. And LeBron's probably this probably be his last season. Who knows? I think it will be if he wants, to keep his body as peak as it is right now. So I'm just happy. Man, it's joys all around the world, man. Let's let the 3 dominant LA teams reign this year. 2025. Yeah, I'm marking it now. We're gonna go Dodgers. We're gonna go Lakers, and who else but the Chargers? You know what I'm saying? Let's take it over now.
I mean, that's how it has to be. And it's nice, I think, too, especially because, like, wherever LeBron is left, there's a crater, right? Like, how do you can't replace him. But I guess if you're the Lakers, you can get a 25-year-old 5-time All-NBA player just for, Anthony Davis, who gets kind of discriminated in this trade just because Luka is so good. Anthony Davis, awesome Laker, has a championship. Good for him. He shouldn't be disparaged either.
He was having a good season, too.
And now you have your future, though, right? You have the next 10 years, and you were never going to get that for LeBron. And we'll see what they can do together, man, because, I mean, maybe people were writing him off, but I can't wait to watch it. I know that's for sure.
No.
We have to get you out on this. We believe that the Ranger is one of the best nicknames in the football. And we're not just saying that. It's just very unique. I don't know any other Rangers, right? But as a big Power Rangers guy, as a kid myself, not to brag, but I could figure out all my Power Rangers in the dark. I knew which one, white one, blue one, green one, all of those. But
that's flex. That's a flex, bro. That's flex.
I also know, though, if you want to assemble the Megazord, you need 5 Rangers, right? You can't just be 1 Ranger. We know you're the OG Ranger. But which other 4 players, either teammates or players around the league, are Ranger class that you would bring in to form the Mighty Morphin Megazord?
Man, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. This is a great question. This might be the greatest question. So 5, and I'll remove myself.
Okay.
because I'm OG, so I'm gonna just go ahead and say the Sixth Ranger. We know there's a six,
There's
so
a
I'm gonna
Sixth
go
Ranger.
ahead and be the Sixth Ranger. I'm gonna say Justin Herbert, Derwin James. That's two.
Great
That's
start.
two. I want to keep it all Chargers to stay safe, and I'll probably throw some out there just to be fun. Khalil Mack, obviously that's three. Then I'm going to go ahead and look back to the offense, and I'm gonna go say Lad McConkey right now. That's he was giving Yellow Ranger vibes. Yeah, I was like, bro, come on, just unsuspecting superstar.
Yeah.
And then Cameron Dicker, that's my 5 right there, because
Oh,
you gotta show love to the guy who was nails, man. He was kicking it. It was a boom. That was a boom. Now, guys, if I can, spice it up a little bit, because there's always Rangers just jumping in. Myles Garrett, come on. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
DK Metcalf. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I don't really do anything about this draft and stuff, but I like that guy from Penn State. That tight end.
Tyler Warren.
Yeah, Tyler Warren.
Yes.
That's a hell of a guy, man. I like him. That's them 3 Rangers I like right there. And throw out there T. Higgins. Come on, man. He's saying them is some premier Rangers I would love to have as my teammates, guys, and then making a Megazord. But it's just me. It's my opinion. But
Hey, I think those are all Ranger level players, right? You have to be a certain level of player if Daiyan Henley, the OG Ranger, is going to let you into the club. Like that's just it is what it is. But there's no better expert on that specific matter than Daiyan Henley, the Ranger himself, who, man, thank you so much for the time you gave us today. We appreciate it. You got to, if you're not on YouTube, you got to check out YouTube to see the Power Ranger light in the back. I mean, he lives it. The Ranger life is not a life that you can just pick up and do, half the time. The Ranger life is you're a Ranger for life, and you got to be that kind of guy. But Daiyan, hey, the second time having you on the show, I'm glad this time we didn't have loud freaking Morgan Fox in the background, trying to shout over you, and answer our questions for you. But hey, this time so much better, man. Just so glad that we could have you on the show again. I mean, you really brought it. I think it was, one of the funner shows we've ever done. So thank you so much, man, for your time.
Thank you guys for having me, man. This is amazing.
Man, how fun was that? A special thanks to Daiyan Henley again for coming on and giving us the time of day. Second time coming on the show. That one, I think, blows away the first one. That was so much fun. He gave us so much great insight. Can't wait to get him on again because that dude has a career in media coming up because he absolutely blew that out of the water. But thank you guys, because without your continued support, we wouldn't be able to bring on Chargers star players. This is something we never knew was going to happen, right? And because of the everydayers, because of your guys' support, we can get guys like Daiyan Henley to come on and have not just come on the show, but come on and trust us enough to have a good time, to loosen up a little bit and bring you guys, the everydayers, our favorite people, the best Chargers content and the only daily Chargers podcast out there. So to make sure you never miss giant episodes like today's show, go subscribe or follow for free on the Locked On Chargers YouTube channel if you haven't already. Like the channel, like the video if you haven't, or just find us wherever you get your podcast from and subscribe or follow there. But you can also find the show every day and a bunch of clips from this interview on wherever we put out our show, which is on Twitter at Locked On LAC, on Instagram at Locked On Chargers, and our Locked On Chargers Facebook page as well. You can also find it on my Twitter at Dan Talk Sports and David at Dro Talk SD, the guest booker extraordinaire himself, who will continue to keep bringing on the best Chargers guests for the rest of the offseason. It's already off to a hot start, man. I can't wait to see where it goes. But thank you guys, as always, for riding with us. And, man, Daiyan Henley, what a fun show. We'll be back with you guys tomorrow with the Super Bowl coming up, talking about the Super Bowl plan, how the Chargers can become Super Bowl contenders in 2025. So make sure you're back for that. But until then, guys, take it easy and go Bolts.